Well, shit, man. We got Rexx Life Raj on the pod.
Oh, man, back at it.
In the Bay.
On the ones and twos
with
and
the
threes.
Fresh cut.
Oh, man, don't tell nobody about it.
How we doing?
Chilling. Bay niggas always got something to say in response real quick. Oh, don't tell nobody about it, man. And you can see your head.
No, for real. I mean, and it was posted on your Instagram like a couple times.
Like, I did the little soft launch pause, little soft launch. Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, I mean, what was the thought process behind it?
Man, I'm just in a new era, in a new phase. And it's one of those things, bro, I've been wanting to cut my hair for a minute, but I'm so attached to my shit. I had my hair for like 16 years.
Damn.
You know? And so I've been contemplating cutting it for the last couple of years. It take a while. So I just was like, man, it's time to do it. So I did it.
Did you regret it?
Nah, I didn't regret it, but also I kept my shit. Like, I put my shit back in like Kodak if I had to. You remember Kodak put his dreads back in? Keep playing with me, I'll throw my shit back in on you niggas.
Like some extensions?
Nah, nigga, he cut his dreads off. And then them same dreads, he rocked a little afro for a minute. His hair got long, he put the dreads back in. Black people shit, you can put your shit back in.
Oh, see, that's kind of tight. I wish I could do that.
I'm thinking about it. Niggas keep playing with me, I'll throw my shit back in.
My shit fell out.
You had what?
I had to buy my shit back.
You went to Turkey?
I got the male BBL, bro.
You went to Turkey?
I didn't go to Turkey. I went to New York.
Oh, you could do it in New York?
Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta pay a little premium.
That's crazy. But they brought you back, though. So it really worked.
Yeah.
That's fire, dude.
Because, bro, as males, it's like hair is the only thing we really got.
Yeah, dick.
Like,
pause.
Yeah, but that's got a little bit more private. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody ain't got dick. No, I feel that, bro. If I start going bald, I'm cutting my shit off. I'm just going, I'm Mike. I'm going in my bald ear. I probably tap my scalp, do all kind of shit, but I'm coming out shiny, oily head. I'm rocking it full beard.
I would have went bald if I had the head for it, or if I had the beard, or like the build. But
you can't grow a beard.
It's
also,
like
white boys that be bald a little, you gotta watch them niggas. What is you bald?
You're
for?
already judging me based on
for sure. You white and you bald.
I'm getting judged off that.
1,000%, unfortunately. Or put a hat on or something.
Especially, or if I got hella tats, it's just not a good look.
That's good to know, though. If my shit fall out, I can get to New York on niggas. Yeah. I thought I had to go to Turkey.
No, Turkey is the plug because it's cheaper.
Oh, but they could do it out here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Bro, you could do it in California anyway.
I didn't know that. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that in my phone.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
But the thing is, this shit's not going to stop falling out. So I might have to double back on them.
Oh, so it keeps, I don't know how that works. It keep falling out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro.
I thought you was just back.
No. So, like, the hair in the front is here to stay, but the shit in the back might keep going back.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's wild.
Man, All-Star Weekend is here. We're in the Bay, lit, bro. How's it feel to be back home in the Bay, bro? Because I know you moved to L.A.
Yeah, man. It always feel good to be back. You know, see all my family and my friends and shit, and the energy in the Bay. Is always the energy in the Bay. It's no place like the Bay. You know what I'm saying? So just to be back, and then also to see what Empire is doing in the city, you know, it's crazy. Especially around the All-Star Weekend and Super Bowl coming next year. How Ghazi has made this such a stay point and imprint in the city is crazy. So it's really dope to be back for sure.
Yeah, the energy this weekend, it seems pure and like lively.
Pure, horny. It's a lot of horny energy. Everybody trying to pop out and go outside. But yeah, no, it's lit.
See, it's only Thursday. I haven't really seen a lot of horny vibes yet, but I feel like by Friday night, horny vibes gonna be through the roof. It's
horned out. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of events I'm supposed to be at right now. Shit overlapping. It's crazy, bro. Everybody out here, it's really tight that they're doing this in the Bay. It's really clean.
No, I'm hyped. Do you ever miss the Bay? Like after you moved to LA or what?
Nah, just because I'm so close. Like, and I come back a lot. Like, I'm coming back a couple times a month. It's an hour flight. If I want to drive, it's 6 hours. So it's like, it ain't like I'm in New York where like I'm out the way. Like, I'm right up the street. So I can't say I miss it. I've only been out there like a year and a half at this point. So.
You ever see yourself moving back, or you just stuck there in LA?
I thought about that. Like when I start popping kids out, shit, and get married, I could see myself moving back for family, just for the element of being around family and friends. Yeah, but right now, fuck no. So also probably fuck no.
So I take it your house wasn't affected during all these fires and stuff
in LA.
Yeah,
nah, man, because I stay downtown, so it's like we were kind of removed. It was crazy, bro. So, like, the first couple of days of the fire, like, you could see it from downtown. But then, like, after that, the skies look clear. Like, where I was at, you wouldn't even be able to tell it was a fire, bro. It's hella weird.
Really?
Yeah, because the fires were just, like, out the way in the Palisades and all that kind of shit. So, you know, we were blessed. We were cool.
Yeah, that shit was sketchy.
Shit was wild, bro. It had, LA up in arms. But it reminded me of the fires.
The Napa fires.
In the Bay when the sky was orange. Like, that shit was crazy, bro. And that's why I think I really wasn't too affected by it, because I had lived through that shit, like, during COVID when it was insane. Like, out here, the skies were literally orange.
Yeah, like, for us, we're kind of used to it. We're like, oh, it's fire.
Yeah, fires. That's what happened.
But we never really expected, like, whole neighborhoods to be torn down and
for sure
shit like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was crazy. You know, I'm sending my love to everybody affected by it, because I know a lot of people affected. It was really dope seeing the artist community come together and raise money and do benefits and do hella shit in LA. They really did that.
Yeah.
You know, and it was really dope to see.
Yeah, everyone kind of came together.
Yeah, it was dope.
Besides some of the looting and stuff, but that's
man, I don't believe in that shit, bro. I think a lot of that shit is propaganda.
Ooh, you're one of those.
I'm one of those. I guess I'd be one of those. I think a lot of shit be propaganda. Like, I seen one of the looting videos. They said niggas were looting, and they weren't looting. It was their house, and they were getting shit out of it. But they propagandized it to say that they were looting. It's a narrative, bro.
No, that's real.
You know, yeah. I don't believe a lot of shit.
You know, I always see on my timeline, like, twisted narratives of, like, it will be, like, a lady getting bit by a dog, and then they'll piece hella different stories into one big story. So you never really know what's true.
You gotta be, you gotta be clear where you getting your news from and what's the intention behind the news. Like, I don't believe anything that they just try to politicize hella fast. Like, why are you politicizing this? It's not a political issue.
And it feels like everything is politicized
nowadays.
Yeah,
it's insane, bro. Fucking helicopter crash. Trump got on TV and said that's a DEI problem. It's just like, bro, it's crazy out here, bro.
It's nasty.
It's pretty wild.
So how do you
keep your head on the swivel, drink water? It's crazy outside.
Yeah, how do you navigate through these wild landscapes of social media and online?
Oh man, I think I'm blessed, bro, because I think I'm just surrounded by too many real people in my life. I got real friends, real family who got their head on right, you know what I'm saying, and who live in reality. We don't really, like, niggas be on the internet, but a lot of that shit just be internet shit. You know, I'm pretty grounded, and I feel like, you know, I got a lot of, I have a lot of people around me who can correct my thoughts and the way I'm thinking if I get too far out. I don't know, I'm just pretty grounded, bro. I got good people around me.
Because there has been times where I'm on the Explorer scrolling and I'll see top comment Rexx Life Raj in the comments.
I'll be in the comments like a dog. I love being in the comments, bro. But I just be on some internet shit. You know what I'm saying? The internet, I love the internet. Like, a lot of people got problems with the internet, but I love the internet. But I also, like, I'm aware also of how it affects me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm too lost in it or I'm too anxious and depressed, I'll put my phone down for a minute. I think a lot of people don't do that.
You take breaks?
For sure. I feel like you have to. I need to take more breaks. I used to do it more, but I for sure would take some breaks. You know, I feel like you got to take breaks.
Yeah. Do you find inspiration through, like, your feed?
For sure. You see a lot of shit on the feed.
That's one thing I love about
I was talking to Bobby Fisher, who's an A&R here. I get a lot of, like, dope art coming across my page.
Yeah.
Because it knows I'm an artist and it knows I like good music. So, bro, I be seeing, like, there's no shortage of dope artists out here. Like, it's a lot of good artists. And like, the internet has brought the barrier down so low. Like, the barrier entry is low, which is a gift and a curse, because you got a lot of creative people who didn't have the means before that now have these avenues of TikTok and Instagram who could get their creativity off, whether it be in the bedroom, in the garage. They creating dope little reels and content outside that's way cleaner than motherfuckers who got a whole production budget. Because if you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And I get a lot of that shit, so I'll be super inspired for sure.
No, definitely. I'm always inspired, too, by some of the stuff I see just on the video sense. I'm like, these little kids are doing sick transitions. Bro, they're choreographing dances.
Because they free. They not living by no rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just doing what feels right to them. And I think that that's super tight.
Do you feel like you can live like that? Or you do
what
live
do you
like that? Like, just being free as a creative? Especially one that's kind of running a business as a creative?
I think sometimes. You know, I think I know when to be free, you know, in my art. But I think at some point you need structure if you want to be viable in the business world. You need some type of structure. But within the realm of art, I think it's times where I need to be free and I can be free, but it's also times where the art needs structure. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like, I'm in the moment with it, whatever feels right.
Structure in what sense?
I'm talking about in just the contemporary sense of structuring a song out.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking about in my mind. But I think, yeah, when it comes to the overall sense of art, I think I'm pretty free. I just kind of do what I want.
No, that's tight.
Yeah,
because sometimes I feel like as artists, like, we kind of are our own worst enemy when it comes to creating and being free. Like, it's like we want to be free, but also that overthinking comes in where it's like, man.
But it's because it's because, you know, the way they commodify art and they capitalize off art, it forces you to be in a structure because that structure is what gets you paid. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a route you could go when it comes to, I'm speaking in terms of music, making street sounding music, trap music, pop music that is very streamlined where if you follow these kind of rules, there's been shown that there's a clear path for you to make some money. Now, when you start doing some other shit that we not really used to, whoop-de-whoop, now you're taking a risk. We don't know if that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? So I think more people, because you got to make money to live, they tend to lean into like what I know is going to work. And I think that's why you get a lot of artists who sound the same.
Yeah.
I've seen Lil XYZ and all these rappers do this formula to get here. Why would I not do this formula? Because you got to think, they're not really in it for the art. They're in it to make money anyway.
Yeah.
The art is just an avenue to get some bread. So if you're just trying to get some bread, well, then you just do this. But if you're in it for the art, it gets a little harder. You know, it's harder to be as free and monetize your art. But that's a bigger conversation of like what I talk to artists about all the time is like, how do you want to live as an artist? You know, it's like coming up, everybody wants to be the biggest artist in the world.
Yeah.
And make millions and billions, however many dollars, travel the world, do sold out shows, whoop-de-whoop, which is cool. I think we're living in a time now where as soon as you accept the fact that everything is more niche and you don't got to be making millions and millions of dollars, I'm like, bro, if you could be an artist and make $100,000 a year, bro, you winning.
For sure.
You don't got to work a fucking job. You don't got to get up at 8 in the morning. If you can make 75, 80,000 a year and do what you love, to me, that's a win. And that was always my mindset when I first started. Like, I didn't want to be, like, of course I want to be super rich and super popping. But I'm like, bro, as soon as I don't got to work, it's up. Because then you open up. Now you're even more free. You're not constrained by job, hours, all this kind of shit. So I feel like the idea of, like, I need to be super popping and make you do shit you don't want to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, success and having the limelight is kind of scary sometimes when you're an artist, especially like how quick people can be here today and gone tomorrow.
For sure.
You know?
But I also feel like the people who be here today and going tomorrow are the people who chasing trends and doing what's trendy. Or a bag.
Know? Yeah, or
100%. The artists that are, in my experience, what I've seen, the artists who are authentically themselves and really doing it from a pure place, but also at the same time, you have to be good. You know what I'm saying?
You have to have a talent.
You have
a certain
to actually,
standard of talent.
Yeah, there's like a certain threshold of good you have to be that this conversation pertains to. But like those artists who are good and follow their heart and do what they want, it always works out for them in some way. Like I said, you might not be the biggest artist in the world, but I've never seen a nigga do that and lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you keep going, something is going to happen for you. You just can't quit. Yeah. Niggas quit, and it's a cliche for a reason. Motherfuckers quit and it's over with. Yeah. Just don't quit. Find a way not to quit. Eventually, if your heart is in it, you talented and you fucking with the right people and you doing the right thing, something's going to click for you.
You ever had times where you wanted to quit?
Nah. But I never really had no plan B.
Really?
Like I knew I was going to do music since I was a kid.
Really?
Bro, for sure. Like I went to Boise and so I graduated from Berkeley High School and I played football at Boise State. And when I went up there, like I was good at football, but I didn't love football. I was good at. So when I went up there, one, I realized immediately it's niggas on this team who want to go to the NFL and they'll do anything to go to the NFL. I don't have whatever that thing they got that makes them do them extra reps and push harder and stay after practice and do that shit. I don't have that. You feel me? So I saw that. But then like since I was a kid, bro, I've always been doing music. Everybody around you will tell you, even when I got to college, I'm in the dorms doing music. I got the studio set up in my dorm, in my house, in the closet. Everybody will tell you the football players that come over and rap and do hella shit. Like, I knew I was going to do music.
Really?
I didn't have no plan B. I was going to either do music or sell drugs.
You ever tried?
Sell drugs? I did what I had to do.
No, I feel that. So wait, you're at Boise making music and playing football. How you trying to balance that? Why even go to Boise for football?
Because I understood the opportunity that I had.
And I was taking, you got a scholarship?
I got a scholarship. I went to college, got my degree in communication. And it was just an experience that like not a lot of people where I'm from got to have. You know what I'm saying? Going to college, getting a full ride scholarship to play. And then at that point, it became bigger than me. It was about making my mama happy, my dad happy, the people around me. You know what I'm saying? Because at certain points, you become a symbol for everybody else. It's no longer just about what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to become selfless and understand like your actions and how you're moving. You're setting examples for your little cousins, your little brothers, and whoop-de-whoop. So at that point, that's kind of what I had put into my mind. And like I said, I was doing music the whole time. I didn't do hella music in college. I did a good amount when I had time. But when I got out, I knew I was going to do music.
Yeah, because I would think playing football at Boise State on scholarship's a full-time job.
It is, but you got downtime.
Yeah.
It ain't like you doing shit fucking 14 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like you wake up, go to school, practice, and then go home. You have some time to
No 2 days
free
or
time.
anything like that?
Well, yeah, certain times of the year.
That's what
We
I'm
had
saying.
2
That's
days.
like-
Like during those times of the year, no. But like, so you gotta think summertime, during the season.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's times where like niggas have leisure time. It's not like you doing football 24/7. It definitely, you can't do music as much as I do it now, but it was definitely time.
Did your parents always kind of push for school? Or be like, you're going to go to college?
Yeah, but also nah. My parents weren't like, yes and no. My parents really supported me anyway. Anything I wanted to do, I had really supportive parents.
That's tight.
You know what I'm saying? Like anything I wanted to do, my parents would have been with it. They encouraged me, like when I got the scholarship, to go to college and do it, because I think they understood that what that would do for me in the long run. But like I could have did anything. My mama and dad would have been right there.
So how did you even get into football in the first place?
I've been athletic my whole life. Like I've always been big my whole life, but all my homies were small. So I was always a big dude that was athletic because I was playing with all the small cats. So I just always been into sports, bro. And then when I got in middle school in flag football and shit, I played quarterback. And my stupid ass thought I was gonna play quarterback at Berkeley High. But as soon as I got to Berkeley High, they're like, "Oh, you gonna be a lineman."
Oh shit.
But I'm so used to being a quarterback, I'm already athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I got my scholarship to Boise. I was never the strongest, whatever, but I was one of the most agile, quick, like for my size. I can move really well. So I was just always an athlete. I'm still an athlete.
Nah, that's fire. Did you have a lot more offers, or was Boise the only one?
I think I had like 3. I think I had Boise, I think I had San Jose State, and I think I had Weber State. I was
gonna say, why Boise?
Because that was the best school. And so my senior year at Berkeley High, Coach Carter, shout out Alonzo Carter, he had came from McClymonds. So he was my coach my senior year. And he had just sent Thomas Bird, who's one of my good friends, he was at McClymonds, just sent him to Boise. So he had the relationship with the coaches. And so Coach Huff came down to see me, who was the O-line coach at the time. And they ended up offering me. And I remember Carter was like, "Motherfucker, take that. It ain't gonna get no better than that, motherfucker." That's why I love Carter, though. He was straightforward. He was like, "Take that, accept that. It ain't gonna get no better than that." So as soon as they offered me, I took it, bro. I didn't even really know too much about Boise. I knew they were good at the time, but like how he was telling me, he was like, "Nah, that's it for you, bro. Like it's gonna be the best."
How big of a culture shock was it going from the Bay to Idaho?
It was a culture shock, but it wasn't crazy because I came from Berkeley High, right? So it's like a melting pot of hella shit. You know, I got a lot of white friends. I got a lot of Asian friends. Like, I'm used to being in situations where I'm the only nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just used to that. It definitely was different, but it wasn't anything that I was like, me personally. I think a lot of other niggas, it was. Like, niggas who came from, like, predominantly black cities where they never really seen no white people and all that kind of shit. And also, you got to think we were super insulated because the Boise State team was like kind of like the only thing going on in Idaho. You know what I'm saying? We were like the football team. We were like gods out there, bro.
Popping, huh?
Yeah, so I feel like also I didn't experience Boise for all the negative shit that it could have been because everything was sweet for us. It was different. And I was winning when we was there. Nigga, I only lost like 3 or 4 games in my whole tenure. So like when we were there, it was crazy for sure.
Holy shit! So were you putting them on to like the Bay culture or what?
For sure.
Like,
I remember it was crazy. I feel like it was like my sophomore year, bruh. And one of my niggas, I went back to eat. I think he went to Atlanta, and he was like, "Man, I was in the club, and nigga, they played some bass shit." He said they played some bass shit to go. No ho, no ho, no ho. He was like, "Nigga, that shit crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, that shit's hard."
Yeah, that's the crazy thing when you kind of travel outside of, you know, the Bay, NorCal, and you're playing these anthems growing up that we're used to, and they're just like hearing it for the first time. Like, what the fuck is this? Like,
but there's also a pipeline at the time too. You got to think E40 and Lil Jon was locked in, Too Short was locked in. So there was like a pipeline from down south to the Bay where people weren't super unfamiliar. You know, it's like they knew the big songs, but it would be like those sneaky records like that that, you know, will wake them up. So.
Yeah, that's a certified anthem.
For sure.
Damn.
For sure.
So you guys were like throwing parties and shit, or you know what I'm saying?
Throwing
like,
hella parties,
what's the
bro.
Idaho parties look like?
They weren't playing, so you couldn't really go out until you was 21. I threw one of the biggest parties in Boise, and I damn near almost got kicked off the team. Me and my nigga Greg, R.I.P. my nigga Greg, we threw a party at our house on Colorado Street, and this was when we were underage. So I think we were like 19 or 20 at the time. All the athletes pulled up, so all the soccer girls, softball chicks, basketball players, everything, hella athletes came, but a lot of other students came. We in there drinking and shit. And when I was in Boise, the police used to give out, what is it called? It's not a DUI. It's a it's something similar to a DUI. I can't remember what the term was, but they would give it to minors, you know what I'm saying, for drinking and shit. And you would get in hella trouble for that shit. So I remember we partying and shit. We hear knocking on the door, crazy. I go look out the peephole, nigga, it's like 3 police officers. Because in Boise, you gotta think, Boise's so safe that there's nothing else for the cops to do. There's no robberies. People leave their keys in their car, leave their doors unlocked. Like, it's super safe, which is a whole nother conversation, because that was a culture shock. Being so safe and not hearing sirens and gunshots and sideshows, like, because I came from
in the cars, you know,
for sure. Because I came from, at the time before I went there, I was living in Vallejo in College Park, right across from the Crest, and that's when it was crazy. Damn. So I went from that to going to sleep in Boise, and it's pure silence. Like, the silence used to fuck me up. That's how I knew I was traumatized. But so they knock on the door, and I look out, and I'm like, "Fuck, it's the police." So I crack the door. And I'm like, "How you doing, officer? What's going on? How can I help you?" They like, "You need to have everybody come outside right now. We're going to make everybody blow on the little the breathalyzer." And I'm like, fuck, boom. I slammed the door hella quick because it's hella people in the house. Boom, I slammed the door. I'm like, the cops here, you feel me? And my plan was, I'm like, I'm going to open the door. Greg going to open the back door. Everybody run. They can't catch all of us. You feel me? So everybody like, all right, we going to do it. We open the door. Boom, nobody run. I shut the door again. Boom, cops are banging on the door. We need everybody to come out right now. We need everybody to come out. It's so crazy, bro. I swear to God on my life. Cops start surrounding the house. It looked like some SWAT shit, bro. Like they're looking in the windows on the side with the flashlights. They're coming in through the back for a fucking college party. So, bro, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, nigga, I'm finna save myself. Fuck what y'all got going on. So what I did was I hopped the fence because the houses were like right next to each other. And people, like I said, in Boise left their doors open. So I hopped the fence because I knew the neighbor probably had their door open. I was just going to chill in there until everything died down. I hopped the fence, go into the neighbor's house. It's 20 niggas in there. In the neighbor's house, bro. Just in there, like, on the same shit I'm on.
Same idea?
Yeah. Like, and then, but these are not like all football players. These are just randoms. And I'm like, oh, bro, I can't be in here. This crazy. These niggas get to stealing all kind of shit. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go outside, talk to the cop. His name is Officer Galloway. They called him 6'9" in the bushes because this nigga was 6'9" and he'd be hiding in the bushes. So I'm like, I'm finna go out and talk to Galloway and see if I could just take the fall and he'll let everybody go. So I go over there and I see Galloway. I'm like, yo, this is my house. You know, if I get in trouble for it, could you just let everybody go? I'll take the fall for it. He like, no, everybody got to come out. And so at that point, I go in the house and I tell everybody. And at that point, niggas start sneaking out, start running, all kind of shit. Long story short, a few of us get caught, like me and Greg, because we live there, of course, so we get in trouble. A few other players stay there, and then we got in hella trouble for the rest of the year, but I got suspended. And what's crazy is the next game was San Jose State. It was going to be my first time coming home.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I got suspended for that game. My family was coming to the game, all kind of shit. I got suspended. We had to do, so 545s, like you were saying, that was something we did in the off season. But we had to do it for the rest of the year every day. 545.
The whole team?
No, just the niggas who got caught.
Oh, okay.
Some niggas got away.
You know how coaches like to punish the whole team for a couple.
They would do that, but not in this situation because they needed niggas to be fresh to play.
For sure.
And I was like a freshman at the time. I wasn't getting no burn anyway. So, nigga, every day we had to do 545s. Then we went straight to class. Then we would practice every day, bro. It was pretty sick.
For how long?
The whole season.
And
I didn't have to do it the whole season because a few games later, I feel like I had to do it 3 or 4 weeks. A few games later, somebody got hurt and I had to play.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then they couldn't punish me like that because I had to be fresh for the game. But it was pretty wild.
Just for throwing a party, though?
Yeah, but it wasn't just that we threw a party. I'm going to try to look it up because it's in the newspaper.
It made the news?
It made the newspaper. A lot of athletes got, I can't think, a wet and reckless. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah.
It's called a wet and reckless. So, like, nigga, 50, 60 athletes got a wet and reckless. So hella niggas got in trouble. You feel me? Like, it was a big deal, bro. It was, and our coaches, they didn't play that shit, bro. Like, they were on it. That's why it was so good, because they didn't play that shit.
Yeah, talk to me about Coach Sawha.
Oh, shout out Coach Sawha. They used to laugh at me, but I guess I'll be the last nigga with the ha-ha. So Coach Sawha was a strength and conditioning coach. He was super cool, bro. Really cool dude. One of the things he taught me that he said to us that stuck with me my whole life, it was days that we would go to work out and be in a weight room and shit. Days you didn't feel like doing what you had to do. You just didn't feel like doing it. And he'd always be like, slay the dragon. You got to slay the dragon. It's going to be days you don't want to do shit, but you got to slay the dragon. I carried that through my whole life. In moments that I don't feel like doing something, or I'm tired, or I ain't sleep well, or I'm just not in the mood, nigga, slay the dragon. bro, and get over it, get that shit done. So yeah, shout out Coach Sawha, man.
But who would laugh at you?
Nobody really. I think that was more of a bar.
Oh, okay.
In real life shit.
Some artistic, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I was speaking for the people.
Yeah, because I mean, last time I talked to you, you had mentioned that when it comes to making the music, like you got to just get in the booth or, you know, make a melody or just create something every day to kind of just keep on going.
Yeah.
Is that how you kind of apply your music?
Yeah, bro. I try to do as much as I can, even when I'm not feeling it. It's like, bro, just get an idea out. Just get in the habit of getting ideas out. Because you don't always, because I used to be a perfectionist, like I would have to finish the song or I feel like I wasn't doing what I'm supposed to do. But now I can just throw some ideas out, bro. Like do a hook or something or put some melodies out. Just get some ideas out and get in the habit of doing that, bro. And I think that's the best thing for your creativity.
How'd you break out of that mentality of being a perfectionist?
I just had to let go, bro. It came with time. I feel like I'm still a perfectionist, but I'm better than I was. You know what I'm saying? It just comes with time. You just gotta let go, bro. Because you'll be in your head about shit. I talk to Reese about this all the time because he a perfectionist like I am, but we really care about the music. But the reality of it right now is like this is the climate of the game is not conducive of you caring about the music. It's just not that time. You should care more about content and getting shit out into the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like what's propelling a lot of artists. It's just the consistency and pace at which they put out shit, the pace at which they release content. And then it's also like, it's beauty in the imperfections of it. That's what makes shit clean. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get shit too perfect and polished and don't even sound clean. Like you're making like some weird ass pop music. But I think, you know, just letting go is just like, it's an exercise for music, but it also correlates to life, bro. You can't control everything all the time. You just gotta let shit be sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to have to remind myself too when it comes to like maybe content or videos in my case. Like, man, who cares if it's out of focus, this one little shot or, you know, the sound effects off a little. The general person's not gonna give a fuck. They're
not even gonna catch it.
Exactly.
That's what's even more crazy.
But we convince ourselves because I feel like it stems from insecurity sometimes.
100%.
Where it's like, ooh, like you're scared of it not doing what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? In terms of maybe like numbers or views or.
But I also
shares.
think being an artist in any realm is an insecure process and people don't talk about it. It's a constant process of comparing yourself to people, comparing your art to their art, comparing your content to their content, comparing your followers to their shit, comparing your streams to their shit, comparing, you know, your stage performance or your tour numbers, whoop-de-whoop. You're in a constant battle of comparing yourself to where you should and shouldn't be, and then it never stops. And like, when does it ever stop? You'll be doing that until you're fucking Drake. And then you get to be Drake and he's probably comparing himself to the Beatles and Elvis Presley. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit doesn't stop.
Yeah, I feel like throughout the process, what changes is who you compare yourself to.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess it is healthy to compare.
It's healthy for sure.
But it could spiral really quickly.
For sure. I think it's definitely healthy, but I just don't think it's healthy to obsess about it and constantly think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think comparison is dope because if you do it properly, it lets you, it's just a self-awareness thing where you can kind of measure yourself and gauge yourself on what you're doing, but it's also like not real. Because the people you're comparing yourself to, I guarantee not too many other people are comparing you to that person. This is just a mental game you playing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's thinking about you and the person you're tripping off of. That's just something that's in your head and you got to let that go. So.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. It's just, it's hard. It's hard.
It's hard, bro. But how is it? But it's like, bro, it's hard, but it's like that's normal for it to be hard.
Yeah, I feel like too, like really knowing yourself and understanding who you are as a person really plays a role in how free you could be and how you're just like, all right, man, I'm just gonna put my art out there.
Yep, and then like I also said, going back to it earlier, keeping the right people around you is very key. To your sanity. Kanye said, you know, a broken clock is right twice a day. Kanye said, you need to keep people around you that remind you who you are because you'll forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you need people around you like, but Trev, that's hard as fuck. Are you tripping, bro? Like, that's going crazy. Like, even for my album, I got the set songs of what I think is going to be clean. Boom, they're clean to me. But then I'll just be in the studio playing just random songs just to get people's reaction. And I'll play a song and niggas be like, bro, what you doing with that? You sleep on that, nigga. Put that on the album. Yeah. You need that, bro, because you in your own your own mind silo, bouncing your own ideas off. You need somebody to be like, nah, that's actually not tight. Or I wouldn't say that if I was you. Or put that on the album. I think like that healthy dialogue and healthy discourse between people you trust and care about is big.
So you're open to that? People giving critique and
I need that
tweaks.
I need that 100%.
But how does one earn that respect?
Oh no, that's a good question. I mean, it's some people I just trust to give me that, because I'm not taking that from everybody.
Yeah, for sure. No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's certain people that I don't know how I get to that conclusion. It would be person by person, but it's certain people I deem worthy, like, oh, I trust your opinion or I value that. For
yeah,
sure.
I know there's like this saying where it's just like, don't take advice from someone who's like not making as much as you or something like that. You know, like it's kind of like the same thing where it's like, you know, because we could sit here and be like, yo, if Kanye came in and told us like, oh, that shit's whack, we probably will be like, have like second guess it because it's fucking Kanye. He's at a certain standard of quality, but it's like if the homie came in who doesn't know shit about music, he's like, "Don't, that shit's whack."
Yeah,
we'd be like, "Bro, you don't know what you're talking about."
But I also feel like a lot of shit, bro, is shit you already feel within yourself, right? Like, so I'm very big on whatever resonates with me, period. This is not even just talking about music. This is talking about life shit. That's why I'm not religious. I just believe in what resonates with my spirit. I don't give a fuck if it came out of the Torah, the Bible. I don't care if it came out of the Quran. If for whatever reason it resonates, because people say a lot of shit, but there's certain shit that resonates with you. That was already in you, and it's already confirming that. So going back to what you're saying, like, nigga, a random motherfucker who I could deem as weak or whatever could say something, and if it affects me, it affects me. It is what it is, because that's already in me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a reflection of yourself. Because a motherfucker could say, you're fat. If you don't believe you're fat, it's just like, I'm not fat. You're ugly. I don't think I'm ugly. But if the motherfucker say, you're short, and you think you're short, bro, they just said 3 things, but that one hit you. So it's like, bro, that's how I feel about shit. Like, people are just a reflection of what you already feel internally. So like I said, I take the ism where I could get it, because it's something that you said that affected what I'm doing or it spoke to my spirit. So I could get it from wherever. Period.
Where are you at creatively right now?
I don't know, man. I'm just kind of, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that. I'm just kind of fucking with music. Just be doing hella music. But
yeah, because you're on track to drop a project, right? Narrated by me?
That's the single.
Oh, that's the single.
Yeah. I still ain't came up with the album title yet, but it's pretty close, bro. I think, we're like 80% there. It could be done any day, but we waiting on features and shit. And then, I get to playing my music, like I said, to certain A&Rs, and they be like, oh, yeah, you should fuck with that one. And so it's like, we're narrowing it down. I started at 50 songs. I got it down to 30. I'm trying to get it down to 12. It's at like 19 now.
Why 12?
Contractually obligated to give Empire 12 songs.
Yeah, but okay, so it's a
I think that's what I inked in, is 12 songs or somewhere around there.
So you're not the type to pull a Chris Brown and be like, I'm gonna give y'all a 22-piece project.
Not if I don't owe them that many songs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I owe them that many songs, then I'll be open to doing it. But I'm just trying to do really what's on the paperwork. But I also feel like shorter projects are better, especially nowadays. I was talking when I met Pharrell, he told me that. He started naming all these albums that are classics. I think it was like Illmatic. It was some Michael Jackson album. Hell of these crazy albums were 10 songs. He's like, if you can get a project down to 10 songs, and this was before content was crazy. This is probably like 2016, 2017. Now for real now, but he was like, that's the sweet spot. People don't got the attention span for that shit. Like if a nigga drop a 15 track album, I'm not listening to it unless I really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you give me 10 tracks, I'm gonna cut it on. If you give me 7 or 8, I'm for sure cutting it on. But we start to get to like 15, 16. When am I even gonna listen to that?
Really?
For sure.
See, I mean, but it could be the same runtime though. It could be 15 1
but see,
minute 30 joints.
Maybe I'm whooped because I'm not even looking at runtime. I'm just looking at the
You're looking at the track list. Huh?
I'm intimidated by 16 songs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, fuck that. Who do you think you are?
So how do you get in the room with Pharrell and get to discussing this type of stuff?
I met Pharrell's DJ KP. I feel like it was through Nima in 2016, 2017. Was it through Nima? Was it some Empire shit went down and he heard my shit. And he was like, I want to play this to Pharrell. And I thought he was bullshitting. And he sent it to Pharrell. And Pharrell was like, I want to meet him. And then we flew up that weekend to meet him. And it was the same weekend as what is that shit called? Complex Con. And he brought me out at Complex Con to perform.
What?
It was like 2017. Yeah.
So what's the thoughts in your head flying to LA to meet Pharrell?
Insanity. It was insane. That's why I was probably on hella Adderall and shit too. So a lot of it was crazy. A lot of it was crazy.
Off the Addy talking to Pharrell?
I might have been off the Addy when I was there, but there was a lot of Adderall going on at the time. But he was hella cool, bro. He was everything I thought he was gonna be.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Very peaceful, very stoic. At the time, he had just had I think he had twins. Or he had a baby or something, but he was recording at like 5 a.m. to like 11 a.m. because he wanted to spend the rest of the day with his kids.
Wow.
So we went there and pulled up on a nigga like 5:30 in the morning, and he cooking, and he was hella cool, bro. He was, like I said, hella ism, hella stoic. He hella funny though, because I remember like I'll play him some songs, and it's like we were talking about the Kanye shit. I'm waiting for some feedback, so I'll play him a song, and he would give me some feedback. He'll tell me something, but then he'll be like, but don't do that unless you want to do it. It's your art.
I could totally see him doing that.
Like he'll say some shit that's like ism, but then he'll be like, but just remember it's your art. You don't have to do anything I'm saying. And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm hella conflicted because I want to do everything you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I would think like a part of that is super reassuring as an artist where it's like, damn, I got Pharrell fucking with it. But also it's like intimidating where it's just like, I'm being vulnerable in front of this dude who's so much more
seen it all.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But like, no, his energy is hella cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's crazy too. I think that's a misconception about it's a lot of famous people who are dickheads and shit who do crazy shit. But a lot of people who get that far, they're not only talented, they're good with people.
They have high EQ, emotional
yeah, and I feel like he's one of those people. Like you could just tell he's good at dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool.
Dude, that's so sick.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I always call you like an artist's favorite artist. Yeah. So that's just proof in the pudding right there.
For sure.
You got Pharrell fucking with you.
Yeah, man, it was tight. It was tight.
Is it like that a lot where it's like a lot of big dogs are tapping in or have tapped in over the years to
people
really
be knowing.
Because I feel like you should be flexing a little bit more, posting a little bit, taking a little bit more photos.
No, motherfuckers be knowing. I'm finna get on that. I just never really been that type of nigga for real. Well, like I just really fuck with niggas and they fuck with me and I don't be on that taking picture shit, but I need to get on that and taking videos and shit because shit really be crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Where I'm just like, I'm in the mix, but it's just like I should be taking way more pics and posting it because, you know, I always looked at it like it's superficial, it's vain of me to like try to flex that. But also too, it's like, now it's content, man.
Yeah, no.
Post it.
We come from a different time. But now that's the normal. Yeah, like it's normal for you to pull out a phone and put a nigga on a video. Like that's normal. That still be weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's definitely different ways to play the game. But that's a part of the game. You know, unfortunately, that's a part of the game that people don't want to talk about. Like that means a lot more than a lot of other shit.
Yeah, I mean, I one thing I'm a fan of is your content and the stuff you post. Like, how involved are you in that like aesthetic or look of stuff? Like, because it's real high quality.
Right.
You know, is that purposeful?
Yeah, so I try to do everything high quality. But that goes back to the overthinking shit, bro. Because it's like, at the same time, I see motherfuckers that just be walking down the street on an iPhone, just filming a fucking music video, and that shit, they get 10 million, not 10 million, like 100,000 likes or something. And I didn't put all this effort into getting the videographers around. It's just like, bro, at this point, it's like, bro, just shoot that shit. Especially if you're on TikTok. It don't fucking matter. People just not even looking at shit anyway. They scrolling, and, you know, it's different.
Yeah, I mean, I deal with that too, where it's just like, as a videographer or a director, I always want to make the highest quality shit, but then I'll just see people posting on their phone and they're just making a lot more impact. So I just feel like it comes down to like telling a good story.
That
and being authentic.
Story and narrative is everything. That's more important than anything. But I also feel like there's a time and place for everything. Like there's a time and place for high production, high quality shit. There's also a time and place to just shoot this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everything don't gotta be high quality, but we just come from trying to be perfect and trying to make it super tight. Everything don't gotta be tight. Sometimes we just gotta put shit out.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what I've been trying to practice more.
Yeah, bro, I'm with you. I'm talking like I do it. Nigga. I'm trying to
same.
Do it.
I'm like, you know, that shit's facts. Because we're aware. We're not dumb. We know what works. Like, but it's just our inner voice. That's what I'm just
that's
like,
it, bro.
It's fucked up.
And it's really just getting over it. Like I've been on TikTok more lately than ever, posting little stupid ass videos. Post ban. And then posting little videos, not little stupid ass videos, but like little quick little music videos we just shoot somewhere that look clean and they're doing hella well. It's like, damn, I should have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Nigga get like 3,000-4,000 followers in 3-4 days.
Yeah, I trip off of, so I would post on TikTok too, and it would just be shit I've had in my camera roll for years.
Yeah, you probably got hella shit,
I got crazy shit just working at No Jumper and doing all that. Like, I would just post behind the scenes. I'm like, man, I just need to post more. And even Instagram now is like that.
Yeah.
So take me through the process of like narrowing down a project from 50 songs to 12. Like, is it like playing it multiple times over, sending it to people?
Really, it's just playing it a lot, bro, and just listening to the music over and over. And then you get to the point where, because the truth of the matter is, you don't know what's really gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can gauge people's reactions and shit or what they like. But at this point, I'm just trying to put out what resonates in my soul. Because I know, like, every time I've tried to make a big song, it never worked. If I'm trying to make a club record or trying to make something for the streets, it don't work. The shit that works for me is just when I go in there and I'm pure with my art, and whatever happens, happens. So it's like, it's certain songs that resonate with me. I might have been sitting on them 2-3 years, but it's like, I keep going back to that song. It's something about that song. Well, that song need to be on the album because that's speaking to my spirit. So I know if it speaks to my spirit, it's going to speak to somebody else's.
And are you the type of artist who creates with a certain engineer, a certain producer, or are you doing a lot of hands-on stuff? What's the process?
The majority of my shit I record myself 90% of the time, unless I'm here at Empire with Baby D or something. So I record myself at the crib. I work with pretty much all the same producers: Reese Beats, Kyle Betty, who's produced like the majority of California poppy shit. I started fucking with this cat named B. Lewis, who's from San Jose, who's super clean. Day Day Pivot, who's Sawha Pivot's one of his producers, super clean. It's just really the same dudes.
But you're mostly making music solo?
Unless I'm at Empire, yeah. Or
like at the crib type of thing?
I'll pull up on certain producers. Like all the shit me and B. Lewis did, we did at his crib together. Sometimes me and Reese will come here, do it. Kyle Betty, we just send shit back and forth. He just moved to LA, so I've been doing more shit with him at his crib. But it really just depends, bro. Like a lot of times I don't even be like, just send me the beat, bro. I'll send something back.
Yeah, because working here at Empire and being in the studio a lot more, I really realized like the music making process is very intimate. You know, it's like, and you got to really have a vibe. You got to be comfortable with people, or you really got to be super confident. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, that's another story, but yeah, it's just like,
I think it depends on what you like. Like I just like to record by myself. And also I'm used to that. And I don't like the distractions because I also like, I'm not only recording, I'm kind of mixing the shit as I'm going. So my attention, I'm pretty locked in. That's why I can't work with every engineer because I'll be over their shoulder. Because a lot of niggas just record and then the engineer kind of do their thing.
Send it out to the mix.
I'll record, do harmonies, and then all right, let's EQ these harmonies. Let's get the reverbs right. Hey, could you roll off some of the high end? Put a decapitator on those. You got sound toys. You feel me? Pull up a fab filter. I'm that guy. Like really like dialing it in. And it's just like, I would rather do it myself because it's just one less obstacle in the way of me just getting it done. You're like, what's the point of me telling you all this shit when I could just do it? We wasting time.
And you've never been professionally taught music?
Nah, YouTube University.
Shouts out.
But I also grew up in a music family, you know, so not like, I grew up in a church. So everything I'm taught on the computer, I taught myself, but just the musicality, I come from a musical family.
How often are you still looking up new tutorials?
A lot, bro, because the game is changing so much. Yeah, bro, and it's like, I don't understand why niggas really be weak at certain shit. You just don't, you're not prioritizing your time.
Not really applying yourself properly.
Yeah, like, because if you could be on TikTok and be on your phone doing bullshit, you could watch a YouTube tutorial that teach you how to EQ or teach you how to use a compressor, like all that kind of shit, bro. Like, I'd be on YouTube and Google figuring shit out, bro, 100%.
Yeah, I think that's super important no matter what level you're at, is to constantly be up to date on newest, you know, practices, technology, especially nowadays in video editing, bro. This AI shit is changing the game.
It's crazy, but it's trying to get y'all out of here for real.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect
the music trying to get us out of here.
Yeah, I was like, I could make a Rexx Life Raj song without you even knowing, 100%, bro. I get your voice from this podcast.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. And I've seen niggas do that.
I'll have you singing this dance, bro.
I know a dude who's a writer who submitted a song for an artist to the manager. Like, I think this song is a smash if this artist records it. The manager hears the song and you're like, I don't like it. I don't think that's for my artist. He gets it back and he AIs it to be that artist, sends it to the manager. Like, this is what it would sound like with the artist on there. And the manager's like, that's a fucking smash. I'm gonna send it to him right now. Yeah, like, bro, we're in the future with this shit.
Are you dabbling with the AI?
I kind of fuck around with it. The only way I really fuck around with it is like, because when I rap on a lot of sample beats, and sample beats are super expensive to clear. So like there are certain AI things where you could just like put in a prompt and it'll make a dope sample that I could chop up and then rap on. Like that's my extent of fucking with AI. I haven't done none of the turn my voice into shit. I don't know how to do all that. But I think it's gonna be tight because now I could have the feel of sampling shit without actually sampling it, so I don't have to pay for it. And I think that's super clean.
Now that is.
Yeah.
All right. What is Rexx Life Raj listening to besides himself? Let's see the recent play. And are you the type to like wake up and play music? Like you got like a shower playlist, car playlist, late night ride playlist?
Yeah, no. What's crazy is I don't even be listening to hella music. I ain't gonna lie. I have to look on my shit. I be music'd out.
Really?
100%.
So you just rather have it silent or listen?
I'll be podcast up. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I got put on. Destin Conrad put me on to this girl called Sawha Gray. She's super fire. It's this one nigga that kept popping up on my TikTok feed named Fati. He's this little Jamaican nigga. He be sliding.
That's sick.
Who else I got on here? This nigga named Odell, AZ Shike, CEO Trail been going crazy. I fuck with him. Lil Deal, I think he from Detroit or some shit. Just random shit, bro. Just random shit. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't listen to hella music.
Podcast? What podcast?
I really fuck with the Joe Budden podcast.
I was like, he shows mad love to you, bro.
Yeah, bro, he showed me a lot of love. Shout out Parks, all those guys up there. I listen to that. Let me see what.
I would love to see you on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, they need to go ahead and have me up there. I'm a real nigga. You feel me? Andrew Huberman, I listen to him a lot. He's tight. I fuck with Shannon Sharp. He been off the chain lately.
He been going crazy.
Drink Champs and Need to Know podcast. Shout out my boys up there. Just hella random shit, man. I just listen to a lot of shit.
Hell yeah.
And then I be TikToked up. I be on TikTok. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so you're trying to keep it.
TikTok? Yeah, man. Stop playing with me, nigga. Keep that shit. what you talking about? I'm running it up, nigga.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it's always a pleasure sitting down and talking to you,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
You know, I'm been a fan for a while, and I'm looking forward to all your new shit.
Appreciate you, bro.
Just keep flooding, bro. Please, as
Yes,
a fan,
sir.
I want it.
And to all my up-and-coming artists out there, remember this. You could be anything you want to be. Doja Cat used to be a cow. Signing out.
Hell yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.